What's going on, everybody? Today's video is going to be going over what weapons and loadouts I use for competitive and why. This was actually a request from one of my subscribers on my latest helping my friends get to their Lunas video. So I'm just going to go over what weapons I use, what subclasses I use, what the thought process is behind that, and hopefully you can translate this into whatever subclass you like to use, whatever character you like to use, etc. So obviously I'm a Titan main. I know there's a lot of hunters out there, so anything that I say about my Titan can be translated to the hunter as well as the warlock given their specific classes. Starting with the Striker Titan, the Code of the Missile. So I use this mainly to shut down other supers, and I believe that it's important to have at least one of these on your team's loadout because Spectral Blades and Dawn Blade can get out of hand very quick, as well as a Hammer Titan. So what I'll do is I'll save this for when one of those gets popped, in the hopes that when I slam on them, I get the kill, I shut them down before they're able to slay out on my team, and it neutralizes them. It also stops them from making orbs for their teammates, which will then daisy chain the teammates getting supers, etc. If I'm not using this subclass, for comp specifically, my second choice is Sentinel Titan, and a lot of times I go top tree. Why do I go top tree? Ward of Dawn giving you the bubble. This is very useful in Countdown, and the kind of secret to this super is it's one in the same of the bottom tree, where if you hold down the super button, you'll pop your bubble, but if you just click the super button, you then turn into a normal Sentinel Titan. So it's kind of a double dip. If you need to slay out, you have that option. If you're planning the bomb or you're trying to defuse and you need a way to protect yourself, you have that option as well. Last choice would be top tree hammers, simply because of the melting point ability. A lot of times you can shoulder charge a guy out of, almost anything. Let's say there's a guy with heavy and you're trying to run him down and just kill him really quick. You can hit him with a hammer strike and he's dead. A lot of people will go with bottom tree hammers here because you get to throw more hammers. But I like top tree just because these hammers tend to track, and also when you hit them, like it says here, hammers will explode with embers on impact. So let's say there's a Spectral Blades coming at me. A lot of times I'll direct impact him with a hammer. It won't kill him. He'll end up uppercutting me, killing me out of my super, but then the embers will explode, causing AoE damage, and will finish off the kill. Thus, we trade and neutralize that super from killing teammates. So, Code of the Missile first, then Sentinel Titan, then hammers. That's what I go with. As far as guns, this is going to vary greatly. I'm just going to explain what guns I use, why I use them, and I guess you guys can go from there. So, my main choice in comp is the Ace of Spades hand cannon and a snipe. This is going to be different from person to person. Personally, I like the 90 RPMs. Why do I like the 90 RPMs? A couple months ago, this Bite of the Fox was put up for Iron Banner, and it's a 72 RPM archetype. It is the aggressive frame. When you hit somebody with this, you hit them to the body for like 153 or 156, which makes a quick swap to a hand cannon headshot and insta-kill for them. Why do I like the 90 RPMs? When I body shot them, I'll hit them for like 136. So it's kind of the same deal. It's usually like a headshot and a body shot hand cannon cleanup. But let's say I miss that first shot. It allows me to then come back quickly and get the second body shot. As far as perks go, on snipers, I always want snapshot. As far as kill clip or rampage or rapid hit, things like that, those kind of play different roles, but snapshot is the make it or break it for me. Your ability to slide into cover, ADS faster than the enemy, get your shot off, and get out of cover is going to mean the difference between who lives through that battle. This is the Gambit Prime curated role, so if you're wondering how to get that, you got to invade Gambit Prime. Hopefully this will drop. You get an army of one. If you don't want this sniper, you don't want to use this sniper, you don't have this sniper, the Nightfall that's currently out Today's the 4th of April, so you can get the Long Goodbye. It's the same archetype. It's a 90 RPM. Mine came with Snapshot, 4 times a charm. Probably would be best to get Snapshot and Rampage here. 4 times a charm doesn't really work in the Crucible, and I mean unless you're, headshotting 4 people back to back to back, in which case you win anyway. They're all dead. So it's either the Soul Survivor or the Long Goodbye Snipe. If I'm not using the Snipe, I'll go to the Retold Tail. This is the best roll I've ever gotten. My RNG is trash with this. Ace of Spades and a shotgun is going to be what you see the most in the comp playlist. I go for Snapshot and Quick Draw just because I use this as kind of like a shotgun shutdown moment. I don't really ape around with a shotgun out as a primary. I'll use it in defense where somebody's rushing me and I need to get the shot off quicker than they are able to rush me. Ideally, this would be Rifled Barrel or Full Choke with these perks and a Range Masterwork, but my RNG is trash, so here we go. If you don't like the Retold Tail, you can also get the Mindbender's Ambition, again, with the same perks. This is a Nightfall specific drop, so you'd have to wait until the Nightfall comes back. I believe it's the Hollowed Lair strike. If I'm wrong, please roast me in the comments below. Speaking of the comments below, make sure you like the video, subscribe. It greatly helps what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to grow this channel and help you guys as much as I can. Provide that grade A content that's trash from the start. So let's say you don't like the Ace of Spades for whatever reason. There's other options. You can use the Thorn. Okay, you can use the Last Word. Those are very common in the comp playlist. But let's say you want to use your God rolled Dust Rock Blues, in which mine is not. If this was Slide Shot, it would be, but again, RNG is trash. Snapshot being a common theme on all of my weapons, Accurized Full Choke. Let's say you wanted to use your Dust Rock Blues, and you're trying to go for your Lunas. Well, what do you use in this slot? There's a lot of options here. If you have the Lunas or the Recluse, that would be a good option. Obviously, if you're trying to get to your Lunas, you're not going to have the Not Forgotten. But what you can use is the Nation of Beasts. This is actually one of the easier guns to obtain as far as raid-specific loot goes, just because the Last Wish raid has been out for so many months now. I can only imagine that a majority of you have this hand cannon. If you don't, get a team together, go grind the Last Wish raid on all of your characters till you get one of these to drop. But this is an outstanding option. You get kill clip, it's 2 to the head, 1 to the body. Without kill clip, it's 3 to the head. It's a 140. It's a solid option. So I'll either go between the Ace of Spades and a Snipe, Ace of Spades and a Shotgun, or I'll put on my NF, Lunas, some type of hand cannon. Kindred Orc is also a great choice. And then I do the same thing up here, Shotgun or Snipe. Very rarely will I throw on a Pulse Rifle. It's too easy for people to dodge in and out of cover. So my other loadout will look something like this. And then I'll put on the Wardcliff coil. If I don't have this, I'll put on this. And this is what the loadout would look like. As far as heavies go, Wardcliff coil is a must. If you are using 2 legendary weapons here and you don't have the Wardcliff coil here, you should probably put it there, just because if somebody's coming at you with any type of super, doesn't matter the super, you can kill them. Even if it's a hunter with arc staff and he's spinning his staff trying to defend himself, a lot of the times the AoE effect will kill you. Every once in a while they'll come back and the rockets will actually detonate in your face. So it's kind of a hit or miss. Second to this would be the Colony, and then obviously the Hammerhead if you're using the Ace of Spades. Or you can even use an Edge Transit if you happen to get a decent roll, which mine is. Still not the best gun on the planet. But Wardcliff, Colony, Hammerhead, 21% is good as well if you have it. Most people are going to have the Hammerhead. Looking for some type of Rampage perk here in either Feeding Frenzy or Quick Draw. With a decent amount of range, that's the goal there. So, that's weapons. And that's subclasses. Now we need to talk about the armor. Depending on the build that you're running, so for example, if I'm running my Ace of Spades and my Snipe, I will run armor perks that complement that. It's kind of a no-brainer, but some people overlook this. What I mean by that is, if you look at my arms, I have enhanced hand cannon loader, which is going to help ace of spades, and I have a sniper scav. So when I walk over a brick of ammo, I get an extra snipe bullet. Along with that, I have it on my mark, sniper scav. So when I walk over a brick of ammo, since I have 2 sniper scav perks, I'm now getting 2 bricks of ammo for 1 brick, if that makes any sense. Let's say I go over to my shotgun. I will swap this mark out for a shotgun scav perk mark, and I will swap my arms out for a shotgun scav pair of arms. Also comes with light arms loader, which helps the hand cannon reload. So that would be the goal. You want to keep a pair of arms and have some type of scav perk for whatever you're running. It's just to complement the guns. As far as exotics run, if you're a Titan, One-Eyed Mask is a no-brainer. If you don't have One-Eyed Mask, Syntheseps is the second best choice. The melee range you get on this and the extra damage from a punch are insane. Let me think here. As far as exotics go, that's really kind of it. If you really wanted to, you can use the Mask of the Quiet One as kind of a great value One-Eyed Mask, because as you get critically wounded, you're getting your health to come back, and you're also getting ability energy as you get damaged. So it's a good second option. You don't really see that as much, but it's there. If you're a hunter, Quizinvest, Stompies, Dragon Shadow, all great options. If you're a warlock, Ophidian Aspects, Transversive Steps. Let me think of what else. I mean, the warlock has a bunch of great exotics. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but that's the build here. So you have to think, one, what am I good at? Am I good at shotgunning? Am I good at sniping? Whatever. You build your armor towards that, and you make everything work together. My goal as a Titan in comp is to slay out with my primary hand cannon, but mainly to shut down supers. If there's a Spectral Blades on the field, it's my job to slam it. I'm letting my hunter friends, my Titan friends, whoever, use roaming supers to slay out as much as they can. And if I miss my smash, that's pretty much GG, I'm trash, I'm just going to turn my game off and uninstall. That's my sole purpose. Let me know what you guys use. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, I'd be more than willing to answer them. Leave them down in the comment section below. If you like this type of content, please let me know. Hopefully I didn't ramble too much. I tried to keep this as concise as I possibly could and also as fluent as I possibly could. Please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to grow this, as I said earlier, and I hope to see y'all in the next one. Peace.